Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. If you're new, please be aware this is a general reading and it may apply to someone else that you are close to at this time. But yeah, enjoy and please like and subscribe. So in the first house we have Scorpio, I transform. So this is a very powerful card. The first house is everything to do with your physical body, yourself. And what you project to others, so how they perceive you, how you come across to others, your personality, your characteristics, and so on. But it really is also about your actual physical body, any regimes you may be wanting to go through, whether you're going to the gym or just getting out and about. But it's also how you make your way in the world, how you are actually appearing to others and how you are making your way through your daily life. So with Scorpio, I transform. It's a powerful card to be having. So you may be coming across like this at this time, sort of deep and you know, maybe even a bit secretive and also quite powerful because it is a powerful card. What it brings in for you is desire. So this can be manifested in all different ways. It's also passion. And that can be sex as well, but it's also passion for what it is you want to do or how you're moving through your world. And you may come across as passionate to others as well. As I said, you may come across as a little bit secretive or just, you know, not revealing everything at this time. You may also be coming across situations where secrets are coming out or hidden things are now coming to light. Scorpio can do that as well. You also may be going through a period of resurrection or regeneration. So possibly it's almost like a rebirth from a period of either stagnation or just a lot going on, and now you're kind of getting it together and you're emerging out of that. So it's making something new from an old situation or from an old paradigm. It's also could be the rise of psychic energy as well. But it's an intense period and very demanding period to be going through. And it's also about discerning what lies beneath, what is actually hidden. So you may be going out into social circles and being able to see the undercurrents or just be able to pick up what is going on around you. There may also be power struggles of some sort. This could be either you're witnessing it or you're involved in it in somehow. It also may be quite a testing time. As I said, it's a very intense and very energetic time. So it could also be that you're just feeling sort of really under pressure at this time. You may also have to go it alone and just keep your wits about you at this time. There may be intrigues. This can be what you're seeing elsewhere in your environment, or you may be involved in that. Try and steer clear if possible. You will also have to be fairly resourceful at this time. Be very careful with your reputation and your money at this time as well. Then in the second house we have Saturn Truth. Second house is everything to do with your money coming in, your income. It's also to do with your self-worth and your values, and it also covers your possessions, what you own. And this can be real estate, property. It can also be, you know, just possessions in general. So with Saturn coming in there, this is a face-it card. It's about austerity and streamlining. Saturn is all about what you need and not what you want. So you have to work with that. And you also need to analyze what is not working for you at this time. So analyze what is working for you and release what is not actually going to bring you the results that you require. It's also about taking responsibility in order to build a solid foundation, because that's what you need to do now. You need to work towards a better foundation. You need to work towards more solidity in your environment. It's also, you may just be feeling quite restricted at this time. You will have to play by the rules and be fair as well in whatever you're undertaking at this time. So there can be no, huge risks and no sort of dodgy deals. It's got to be solid, workable arrangements for you now. You may also be feeling sort of your age at this time, or just be feeling that time has passed you by, or you may be thinking about age issues as well. So now, this can also bring in a mentor or somebody who has more experience than yourself, or a fatherly figure, and they may bring you quite a bit of help at this time. There will be sacrifices to be made, but it will be worth it in the end. Apologies for the interruption. Okay, so moving on to the third house now, we have solar eclipse revolution. This is exactly what it says. It's a powerful card coming in for you here. The third house is everything to do with how you communicate. So whether that's by writing or verbal or body language even. It also covers, the third house also covers documents and contracts of all kinds. And yeah, it can also cover short journeys. So now with solar eclipse coming in, you're going to be pushed in new directions. Always remember, this is to do with your expression and how you're communicating with others. So I feel this is also going to be linked to your first house, which was your Scorpio I transform, how you are moving forward in the world, how you are being perceived by others. It's also going to come into your relationships in the seventh house, which we will get to later. So with the solar eclipse revolution, this is, as I said, you're going to be pushed in new directions. It's also after a period, because solar eclipse will bring in some kind of revolution or some kind of upheaval or sudden change. And it's once you get through that that period of being out of your comfort zone, then you can start heading towards self-mastery in all forms of communication. So it's almost like it's going to be a forced adjustment. You're going to be seeing things differently. You may have to fix or change something. Either this can be to do with documents, or it can be to do with the way you are communicating with others. You may also be forced to make a decision at this time about something in that area for you. It's also about breaking old patterns. So the way you have been doing things and communicating with others before is requiring some kind of shift, some kind of change. And you may also be in a position now to overcome what has held you back before. So it really is a kind of a revolution in your outlook and how you express yourself, and also when you're dealing with documents and contracts of all kinds. It's about how you are actually going to tackle those. It's also about interactions with certain family members, so that can be cousins, aunts, uncles. It's also siblings, and it covers a wide variety of interactions on that level. So therefore, with this coming in, it can even be neighbors. You may even be having interactions with neighbors. So it's also about growing up and how you're going to be approaching your communication in all forms with other people. Then in the fourth house, we have the earth element. This is bringing in stability for you. So this is a lovely aspect to be having in your fourth house. Your fourth house is everything to do with your home, your actual physical home. It's the environment in your home. It could even be covering the people in your home. And it's also to do with, it also covers your whether you're actually moving or relocating, but it's your physical structure as well, the physical structure around you. So now it also covers your ethnic identity, or your foundation, your roots, your family tree, all of those foundations where you've come from. It covers that part of your life as well. So with the earth element coming in, it literally is going to be bringing real estate in for you in some form. So whether that's buying or selling land, or it could be building. It could also just be simply that you are improving your garden area at your current home, or you could also be growing things in your space, your actual land, whether it's a smaller plot that you have or it's part of your existing home. So it's growing, it's living close to nature, being close to the earth, doing activities that are going to help you and to just balance your energies. So having your fingers in the soil and dealing with matters to do with the land, whether it's growing things or just even starting a home-based business, any kind of home-based business, anything like that is going to boost your energy, and that will bring you, it will bring you a lot of balancing energy, stability. So as I said, you could be growing food, or you could be just simply gardening, or you're purchasing land of some sort, or you're improving or changing your existing structure. And it could even be a mountainous area that you're going into. Perhaps it's a holiday home you want to buy, or a plot you want to purchase somewhere. So it's about living close to the earth, to nature, animals, and so on. As I said, you could be going into business of some sort, a home-based business to do with this, your actual physical structure or your land, or it's just a business that you want to start from home. So basically, you need to get organized. This is what this is about as well. Get organized. It's about seeing to your duties, whatever duties you may have. It's about being practical. It's about being methodical. If you're making changes, it's going to move at a slow pace as well. It's also a sort of a spiritual thing about grounding yourself in your current home as well, feeling rooted, making it your place of refuge, feeling strong in your home space, because also this can be the environment in your current home as well, right? So it's also about having patience and just approaching things in a systematic way. As I say, there's not a lot of, it's going to be a slow moving energy, this, in whatever you're bringing to bear in that environment. The other side of this can also be being fearful about making changes, because sometimes you can be too grounded. You can be so rooted that you simply are paralyzed about making changes. And this can be getting rid of things that just are not working in your home, old things or things that are cluttering up your environment. It's about becoming overly attached to material possessions. So hoarding in a way as well, or hanging on to things that have outlived their purpose. So it can be the stubbornness about that as well, refusing to let go of certain things, refusing to move forward out of fear and out of fear of change. So that can also come in on with this influence as well. Now in the 5th house we have Sun Spirits, a lovely card coming in for you. The 5th house is to do with your it's your children or children that you are associated with. It's also the house of creativity, and this can take all kinds of forms, not necessarily artistic. And it's also the house of love affairs and all forms of recreational activity. So whether that's sports, or it's a sort of a handcraft, or just having fun, going out and having fun and doing fun activities, any kind of recreational activity falls under this. So now, with this coming in, the Sun is the spirit card, so it literally is you bringing your spirit into everything that you do in those areas. So you are, if it's to do with your children, you could be seeing that in your children as well. They could be going through this, or you may be required to bring this energy into your interactions with them and what they're going through in their lives. As I said, could also be to do with a love affair, you bringing your full spirit into that interaction. But it's about enthusiasm, it's about having confidence, and bringing your full personality into what you're doing. And as I said, this could apply to your children as well. So this is about unique expression. Your unique expression, your children's unique expression. It could be, as I said, covers creativity. It's the house of creativity. So this could be various creative projects that you want to do. As I said, it's not necessarily artistic. This can be simply creating a space in your home, or to do with a business, or it could be the way you dress, or the way you speak, or the way you interact with others. And it could just be some creative project that you're working on as well. So it's your unique expression, your full personality, your confidence, your enthusiasm, your special brand. You're being asked to bring this in now. It can also indicate that you will be in the limelight in some way, you may have to take on some sort of leadership role, and this is to do with some skill or some talent which you have shown And now you're being asked to use that and take on a leadership role of some sort, or it could be your children. It's a happy energy. It brings in happiness, brings in energy. Children are strongly indicated with this card. It also brings in parties and events. It's particularly to do with the summer months. So you could be planning something, or something on behalf of your children. You could be planning some kind of creative event or some kind of party, and it involves the summer months. It's also the yes card. If you're asking a question in any one of those areas, then this is the yes card coming in. It could also be that you may be winning a prize or some kind of reward. It's an award for effort, so that could be coming in for you as well, or for your children. Then in the 6th house, we have Aquarius. I know your 6th house is your house of work. This is your workplace, your work colleagues, or any kind of work environment that you're involved in. It's also the house of mastery. This is the mastery of your particular craft or whatever it is that you like to do. It's also the house of health and diet and pets. So now with Aquarius, I know coming in, this is quite a futuristic sign. It involves the future in all its forms. So that may be coming in for you. It covers science fiction, it covers futuristic tech, advanced tech of all kinds, whether that's just a simple cell phone upgrade or perhaps using different online methods which are more advanced than what you have been using. Aquarius energy is also unconventional. Whatever it is, it might be unusual, or you might be mixing with people who are unusual. They're different from you in their outlook, their culture, or just their ethnicity, and they're just different from you, and it's interacting with them on all different levels. It's also, you could be meeting cutting edge people, or people who are more advanced technologically than you are. And so it's interaction with those kinds of people in your work environment. This card also covers sort of surprises of all kinds. It also covers bringing a genius, whether you're bringing a genius into your work environment or you're meeting with people who have got real aptitudes for certain things. As I said, you may be meeting unusual or unconventional people, even bohemian people. You may be meeting them in some form or another. You can also, with this card, it can also bring in support from friends and allies or organizations who can support you or are going to make a difference in your life in some way, which is a very positive thing to be having in this house. So it's mastery of new things, masteries of new skill, mastery of new technology, or mastery of something untried in your environment, or it could just be you, a new project that you want to start. It's mastery of that. This covers all of that. From a health and diet point of view, I would just say that overall, you may just have to, your nervous system maybe sort of be needing a bit of care and attention, or just make sure you get your good sleep and that you look after your diet, and that if you're exposed to a lot of technology, always take time out to be in nature, to ground your energies and to settle your energies as well, because too much tech can really put a very taxing dampener on your nervous system, and that can lead to all kinds of issues. So just too much, burning candles at both ends, doing too much, and too much technology around you. If you can sort of balance that with other aspects as well. Then in the 7th house, we have Grand Cross Provoker. So this is quite a taxing card coming in for you. In your 7th house, 7th house covers your relationships, your personal one-on-one relationships. And this can be with a love interest, or a committed partner, or it could be a business partner, or it could be another one-on-one relationship. But it's close, personal, one-on-one. So Grand Cross Provoker, you may just be feeling at this time that you kind of pulled in different directions, or you are at cross purposes with this other person. You're looking at things differently, or you just may feel that you've got too much going on. This will put you under pressure. you may have resistance to either what you're trying to do in the relationship, or how you're trying, whatever it is that you're tackling, or they may be giving you sort of uphill over certain things. It could be something you're going through together, or one of you is experiencing this. But you will be feeling a bit of frustration, a bit of pressure, this brings in, it acts as a catalyst for change, for movement and change. So something will need to change in the relationship in order to move forward, or you may just be under outside pressures, and it's going to force some kind of movement or change. So the way to handle this, this is actually to bring in as much flexibility as you can. Prioritize your main concerns, and communicate about them with this person, and you're going to have to focus as well. So cut out the juggling. You can't do that. That's not going to help you. It's just going to spread your energy around. So focus on your top priorities within this relationship, and work through that solidly. Focus. It's focused energy. That's what you need to be pushing on this. And also need to bring in healing, and you need to be realistic about what you can do, and how far you can go, and what can be changed at this time. You may have to make compromises as well, just to bring balancing, to balance the energies. But whatever, just keep going, and don't give up. This is coming in, it's connected to your first house card as well, which indicated that you need to transform how you are making your way in the world, and your energies and so on. And things rising to the surface, a change in perspective, going deeper, being deeper about how you're communicating with others. This is going to affect your relationships as well. Then in the 8th house we have Mars force. So your 8th house is the deeper committed relationship between partners, whether it's a love partner or a business partner. So that is whether it's your emotional or your material resources that's coming in, that's your deeper committed love partnership or business partnership. It's the merging of your lives, as it were, your emotional and material resources, so your money, your things, and your outlook, your attitudes, your beliefs, and so on. It's merging of those two things. The 8th house also covers sexual energy between you. It also covers power issues. It also covers other people's money, and it covers big finance. So this is investments, inheritances, taxes, insurances, banking, accounting, anything like that. It also covers legacies of all kinds, so trusts and so on. And this 8th house also covers psychic development. It can do that, but it can also cover the closing of something, or the ending of something, and the beginning of something else. So it's something coming out of what has been perceived as finished. Something rises up out of that. So this is so you're going to feel quite driven. You're going to feel quite passionate at this time, and I feel this is again linked to your first house card. This is focused energy, going after your goals, and it's taking quick action with whatever that needs to be done. So whether this is a financial issue, or it's joint finances, or it could just be you yourself having to take action on certain things now. But it's you may feel a bit challenged, and you may have competition with others or somebody, or you may have to defend yourself from some people, or in some way. Or it could, as I said, just be you feeling very driven and passionate about what you want to bring into being now. And you're going to have to really focus that energy and go after your goals, whatever those goals may be in any one of those 8th house areas. Then in the 9th house we have Sagittarius. I see this is freedom and exploration. You may feel quite restless at this time. There's certain things you want to do. You may even just want to travel. The 9th house covers all international travel, all long distance travel of all kinds. It's also access to foreign cultures, foreign aspects, foreign ideas. and connection with the world in all ways, whether it's online or physically you traveling, or people coming to you, or you mixing with people who are foreign. It's basically the world, you meeting the world or the world meeting you. With this card coming in, what it does is it brings in expansion of ideas, philosophy, education, and your reach, how you are reaching out to others. It expands all of that. It makes it much bigger than it has been before. So, but with that comes the restlessness of Sagittarius and the freedom-loving aspect. So anything that's tying you down, anything that's feeling restrictive is really going to make you yearn to be out and about, traveling or away somewhere, or just to explore, or to connect with others away from yourself, with others that are different from yourself. And whether, as I said, whether this covers philosophy or education, in whatever way. It's also brings in very favorable conditions for whatever you want to bring in. The 9th house also covers publishing of all kinds. It covers public relations. It covers a variety of, as I said, international aspects. It also covers religion in all its forms, philosophy, higher education. So whether this is university or adult education, it covers all of that. It also covers in-laws, and it covers the law itself. So whatever way this comes in for you, you may have more favorable conditions than you've had before. Publishing also comes in with this. It's also about getting clear on what direction you want to take in any one of those areas. It's about being outdoors, enjoying having fun, no set schedule, and being creative in all forms in any one of those areas. Okay, moving on to your 10th house, we have Jupiter return benefits, lovely card to be coming in. So now your 10th house is everything to do with your career. It's your ambitions. It's what you look up to in your life. It's your fame. It's also your reputation, and it's your status, your public status. So now, it can also represent authority figures in your life as well. So with Jupiter return benefits coming in there, this is what this means is it is a return. But essentially Jupiter is the yes card as well. So this is doors opening. You can make advances now in this particular area. It's the green light. It really is the benefit card, very, very beneficial card to be having in your 10th house. So now, with the return coming in, what this indicates is that something, Jupiter does a complete revolution of the zodiac once every 12 years. So it's something from sort of 10 years back, a decade or so, maybe, like I said, 12 years. Something started around about that time, or maybe even a decade ago. It starts to bear fruit. Actually comes back to you as a benefit now. So this is something that was planted or planned, or something that was, started but wasn't finished, or didn't actually come to anything. Perhaps it was shelved. But it comes back now to bring a benefit back to you in some way. It could also be somebody coming back into your life, somebody that was very instrumental at that time. It could be that person coming back. But it's also something that perhaps just died, or was essentially finished and never really got off the ground. So it's something comes out of the ashes from whatever that was. But it brings in success. It's a manifestation of dreams. And if it's none of that is coming up for you, then what it will do is bring in some faith and also destiny in some way, because it is a destiny card as well. So also opportunity will come up, but the opportunity will come quite quickly. And if you need to grab it, and you need to explore and follow the possibilities as best you can and as far as you can. Don't let them pass you by, because they will be gone then. So you need to move quickly to take advantage. It's also a card of grace. So grace coming into your your 10th house, and the harnessing of that in whatever way it is going to be appropriate for you. So it's a lovely flow, it's benefits, it's abundance, all of that coming in. So now the other side of this card is perhaps having a bit of overconfidence or overindulgence. It could also indicate laziness in some way. So as I said, if an opportunity comes to you, presents itself to you, follow it, take action. You still have to work at these things. You still have to mine the possibilities. Don't let it pass you by, or become complacent and think, oh, things are great at the moment. Things are flowing. I feel happier. I'll get to it when I'm ready. No, you must follow up and go after that, whatever it might be coming for you, and follow it as far as you can, because things will occur along the way. You may meet somebody along the way, or circumstances may be ripe for some sort of change or some kind of benefit coming in. Then in the 11th house, we have Mercury mind. So Mercury is your ruler in any case. So you'll be completely at home with Mercury. What this is kind of a reminder for you. But it's coming in for your 11th house, which is the house of friendships. And it's the house of networking, all group activities, social group activities. So this can be online or actually part of a group. It's societies, associations, even sports clubs or any kind of club. So it's where a group of people are gathered and you are part of that group. So now it's also the house of your personal hopes and wishes and your interests and your hobbies. It's also the house of personal interests, as well as futuristic visions, dreams that you may have. It's also the house of social consciousness or global consciousness or social reform, if that is applicable for you. So now with Mercury mind coming in, basically what this is saying to you is that in any one of those areas, you're going to need to walk your talk. So you need to put effort into what you say and what you think. So think and then express yourself. This is, it came up earlier on in your chart as well. This is not idle chit chat, not idle gossiping. Avoid that, completely. Avoid the gossip. Avoid any kind of interaction on that level. This is not idle chit chat or passing the time of day or just, you need to really apply yourself. You need to analyze what you're saying, how you're expressing yourself in these group situations. You need to bring intellect into this, and really apply your intellectual abilities to whatever is going on, because that's going to be required, whether it's in a friendship or in one of these group situations or with to furthering some interest of yours. Too much talk, too much chit chat is not good with this. This is really laser-like precision with what you're thinking and what you're saying. Communication is going to be really important. Also bring in wit and humor. It will get you a long way. So any kind of situation, it's always welcome. And especially if it can be gentle humor, or it could be sharp. But keep things light from that point of view. And if a situation becomes difficult, then bring the humor in to bring your point across. This is also about listening as well as responding. So it's deep listening, taking it all in and then responding. Writing words, any kind of written articles, anything like that is going to be important for you. Mercury also deals with electronics and technology and even vehicles as well. So, something like that may also come up for you in the 11th house. If not you directly, then it could be a friend of yours or somebody you're associated with who is requiring some incisive insight from you as well. So just bear that in mind. Then the 12th house, we have Venus, the love card, lovely card to be having. So the 12th house is everything to do with the unconscious, your unconscious drives and motivations, the unconscious self, basically. It's also the house of retreat and withdrawal, spending time on your own, just getting to know yourself better, or just spending time with yourself to, balance your energies and to decide on certain things, and also just to feel better, So whatever that, whether it's a retreat or some kind of, even if it's a physical retreat, like a yoga retreat or something, whatever it is going to do it for you. The 12th house is meditation, mysticism, healing. It's also your deep spiritual life. It covers all of that. The other side of the 12th house is escapism of all kinds and also addictions of all kinds. 12th house also rules your experiences within institutions of all kinds. So this can be a library or a university or a hospital or a government institution, anything like that. And so now with Venus love coming in, what this does, this brings in love, romance, artistic endeavors. It brings in luxury, beauty, going out and socializing, visiting restaurants, going to events, art galleries, anything like that. So it sort of brings all of those elements in. So you may be enjoying some kind of activity to do with that, and it's enjoyable activities which you love, which you feel you resonate with, and which really lifts you up. So it could even just be some kind of a retreat, as I said, in a beautiful place, which is going to give you a lot of peace and love in yourself. Because ultimately, the one thing with Venus is also love of yourself, love of your own, all sides of yourself. So that's a really deep issue which most people grapple with in some form. So it's coming to terms with the self, also loving yourself in any way, and loving yourself enough to do the things which are going to make you happy and which are going to ultimately, push you forward to grow and to expand your current sphere of understanding. So this is deep understanding, love of yourself, and it's also the love of others. And this could be love shown to others within these institutions or any kind of environment, or just being with very like-minded people in some kind of retreat, or just going away and enjoying some quiet time amongst others who are like-minded, or where you are required to bring the love in and the beauty in, and or just, as I said, could be deep appreciation of these things at this time. But it's also about balance. It's about fairness, and it's about obtaining refinement, whether this is your deep thoughts, your deep unconscious beliefs, or whether you're projecting that outward to others. It's also charm. Charm goes a long way in many, many different types of situations. It's also comfort, brings comfort in, and it can bring windfalls as well. So because this comes into a 12th house, you could also be meeting a really significant other as well, falling in love, or it could be the renewal or love coming back into an existing relationship. And this is on a deep level, because it's 12th house, all right? This is not, we've covered other areas of your chart, but this is deep. This is your unconscious self, and this is obtaining really deep peace within yourself and your spiritual beliefs and so on. So bring the love in, whatever that may be for you. Also, just be a little bit careful with Venus, the love of luxury and the love of beautiful things. If you do receive a windfall and abundance comes in for you in some way, don't overspend, don't splash out on something which is now going to then, you love it, but down the line, especially with Saturn in your second house, when it comes to your your money and your income, you need to be prudent at this time. And this urge to spoil yourself or to really go mad on certain things may be a bit of an issue. So just balance that, because your financial situation is going to require some effort at this time. But a small luxury or small spoil, or just spending time with others or in a place which is beautiful for you will be grand. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe if you did, and feel free to share. And I hope you have a wonderful month. Take care, and I will see you soon.